monitoring them, and that's what she does.
Right.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is sit this kind of snugged in here, and then I'm just going to tape this around and around. And I want to make sure when I start at the tip, because it's really important that I don't bend this tip over. It's got to stay straight, okay?
And then she had mentioned not going too tight or too loose. So what is kind of your telltale to...
Just remember, it's the tape sticking to the skin that matters. It doesn't matter how tight you put it. That's not helping you. It's just that you want the tape to be sticky. And so you don't have to tighten it down as you go around. I'm not doing that. I am a little bit pulling, using this thing at the base of the ear to pull up on the ear to stretch it a little bit.
Does the ear also wrap around the stick? Like as it gets wider at the bottom, does it start to hug?
Yeah, you want it to wrap around. I had a client who was a sheet metal worker, and he made a cute little brace, and it was flat here, and the ears wouldn't stand because they weren't allowed to curl around. Because you're using that kind of curl to make them stand. To help to strengthen it.
I see.
So.
Now I noticed you put the stick up against the ear. You don't actually insert it into the canal, or you're supposed to?
I don't really need to, because look, I've got it sitting. I had it sitting right on here.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually working, so that I can use that to push to traction it. So if it's just there, if I made it smaller, I could jam it in there, but I don't see the point.
Let me just try to get
this is not staying too well here. There we go. Okay. And if you have someone holding for you, it's good for them to watch you in the back and say, "Hey, but you bent your tip over," because that would be a horrific thing to do that for a week.
So the tip should basically lay flat against the thing, and as you go down,
be straight up. And, yeah.
And as you go further down, it starts to wrap towards you in a U-shaped pattern.
Yeah, and I don't really care whether you go one way around or the other way around. It doesn't matter to me. But you want to get it at the base. Okay, so now the problem is, if you leave it like these ears are going to want to go out a little, and you don't want that because that's a hard thing to correct. Although it can be corrected surgically, it's not easy. So then you want to bridge across it.
But may I ask you, doctor, is there not to be parallel, but just a slight V? Because she's said something about pocketing, I guess. I don't know.
For me, I would rather you overdo it a little bit this way than overdo it this way. Straight up is okay, but just a little bit indented works better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the ears are going to relax and they're going to go a little out.
I see.
The way this tape is, it makes it hard to do that.
Okay.
So then, just at the very base, you have to tape it to her head at all. Just to base here. You need this to go back on itself. And actually, you are a little bit out, so we'll tighten this up just a smidge. You guys okay, great. I'm going to do it this way so I can. Let me see where the other one starts.
Yeah, right where you're going.
You know what? You're okay. Let me do this. I'm just going to move it a little bit.
You want me to hold them in a little bit?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. You just nope. Okay. I mean, it's a fault if you do it too tight. And so, you know, the other thing is, which I had doing better, let's just do this over again, is that it's easy enough to get one ear going forward and one ear going back, which you kind of don't want to do. And when you use tape, just have it ready for you. Pull this up, don't pull it off the roll.
Got it.
So if I kind of try to get these, so that they're kind of meeting, I'm taping it in the middle here. I'm not taping it to the front of one and the back of the other, then it works better. And then it's okay that this little tip shows here. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I mean, it's covered by tape. It's not going to be strangulated, but yeah.
You're beautiful.
You are. And yeah, it looks a little wrinkled, but you know what? I just want it to work.
Right. And no support, cross support needed at the top?
No,
Okay.
I never have had to do that. I don't know why. I think there'd be more things to get caught on, because as it is, she's going to be running through stuff.
Right. Okay.
I mean, and you could do that. I just never have. I don't think Eve calls for that either.